Okay, the truck's here. What a pain to get it off the semi. We'll discuss that later. But there's a lot of cool things with it, but there's a lot of things done wrong, i.e., all this wiring. This ain't right. It does run, but the transmission's blown. So, anyhow, this is the engine compartment. For the most part, I mean, there's a lot of new stuff. The engine itself, a nice serpentine setup, well, even though it's not necessarily installed right. Radiator. Everything on the engine's new, or newer. But they had the plug wires draped over the headers, and, well, you can see those burn spots. So needless to say, that's causing some misfire issues. But so there's issues there. The interior... We're just gonna, I don't know why there's wax all over the floor, but there is. The interior is going to need some help. Radio's missing. Obviously, they were under the dash. I did notice the tack worked. I know the speedo don't work because it's all on zeros and it's not even hooked up. And then underneath, I noticed it was also on the exhaust and burnt in half. So I mean, it's got some cool stuff. It's, the windows don't go up and down because, well, I don't, the electric is not right. They have electric windows in there. I don't know if I'm going to keep that. I'm not a fan of electric windows in a off-road truck. That bottom speaker's broke out, so that whole speaker's coming out. I don't like speakers down there anyhow, not in a truck. So I'm thinking I'm going to lose the carpet, getting rid of all this billet shit. Hello 1995 called. They want their billet aluminum back. That is disgusting. I hate it. I hate it. So it's going to get a carbon fiber dash to match the carbon fiber steering wheel cover. I mean, everything's billet aluminum on this thing, even the damn gear shift. I mean, what the hell? So anyhow, that'll all be changing. But I mean, it's got new weather stripping, new, all the aluminum. That's or the stainless. That's all new down here. I'm actually impressed in that aspect. Now, underneath, I haven't really been fully underneath, but when it was on the truck, I noticed it. The lift kit and everything is recent, and it is done right. This does not have blocks. That's a 6-inch lift with the arced springs. That is done correct. I'm not wild about the exhaust. It's not bad. It's Flowmaster. Flowmaster does have an X pipe. They did spray the frame, so everything looks good there. The brakes, the rear end, all that looks good. If we come around to the side, I mean, the gas tank's new, though it does have mud on it, but everything's new and they painted it, so that's good. The bed shows that it's a dual tank, but I don't think it is. I don't think there's another tank on it. No, there's not. See, here's where the speedo melted against the exhaust, so that, was obviously not going to work. Now, whoever did their work on the tranny, they said it was rebuilt. No, when you rebuild something, you don't form afford it like that. That is horrible. The tranny's blown. Transfer case looks fairly like it's been into fairly recent. So all of that's new. Universals are new. Drive shafts are new. It looks really good. That whole front end looks good. But it does look like they've changed the calipers on the front. At least this side, it's covered in mud, but it's recent. That caliper over here is new. Everything looks really, really good. Everything's new. The engine's a fresh engine, though it didn't have much in the way of oil in it. I don't know what that was all about, but anyhow. So everything's fairly recently done. And again, the lift, there's no blocks. This was done correct. Probably will need, just out of experience, I'm going to have to go through and tighten everything down. But everything looks decent engine-wise. The engine does run and runs decent, other than because of the Oh, it's got a mini starter on it too. Good, that's good. I have a spare just in case. But notice there is, now they might have taken that off when they were getting ready to do stuff with the transmission, but transmission is going to need full. I mean, look at all the form before it. I'm at an angle where I can't tell. If you could see it, you don't do it like that. That's wrong. So, but overall, the frame, everything. This is in better shape than the truck that I started with, that I sold in France. Even though I've got to push it right now. There's some, it's got new cab mounts. Right there's the only rust that I've seen. Right there. That's it. Floorboards are solid. This side's solid. I mean, we've got mud, but again, cab mounts, bed mounts, they all look pretty good. Uh, but yeah, there is wiring issues. I mean, I think the brake switch is stuck on because, when I hook the battery up, the rear lights are on, brake lights. So, but overall, this looks pretty good. So I'll be right back. Okay, now, again, body-wise, the doors are solid. Looks like they took it out mudding, because there's some mud. That is a wiring nightmare. The wiring's going to be a bitch. And I hate doing wiring. I might farm that out just because I hate it so much. But, I mean, all the typical spaces aren't bad. Let me make sure I got the keys where I shut it. Yeah. So, I mean, it's a new bed. Of course, made in Taiwan. The thing's all in primer. So, this is the main gas tank side. I'll zoom out to the big thing. I haven't tried to open the tailgate yet. I'm half afraid because the ass end of it is sticking out a little bit. Body lines don't line up. Now, the only body issue that I did see, this side, there's no tank on that side, so it's right here. They had a Frenched antenna, so there's going to be some body issues there because right there's Bondo. So I think it's going to be the only, that's going to be the only body issue that I see. Coming down around the doors here, it's not bad. I'll have to line these doors up a little better. But I'm not unhappy with it, let's put it that way. So I had to push it. So this is where it's here's where it's at right now. I had to push the damn thing. So I do want to wash it down. But I am going to have to wash it, just because that's what you do when you get a newer vehicle. And even though that's a brand new hood, they've been on for a while without being washed. So I think they were just using this as a mud truck. But it could just be how it's sitting right now. The bed does look like it's sitting a little crooked, but again, it could just be the way the truck's sitting at the moment. This door is way out of whack. So, yeah, see, there's a little bit of body work each side like that. But again, it's going to be a driver. I'm not going to make it a show truck like my last one. So, to zoom out, there it is. At least it's in my fucking driveway this time. And, there it goes. And I'm clear.